The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to today's webinar. My name is Emma Curran, ASTA Senior Events Coordinator. I will be the organizer for today's Travel Advisor Conference presentation, Get to Know Your Education Tracks. I'm here with my colleague, Alvin Adriano, and today we're going to be sharing a breakdown of our new education tracks and how to sign up for your sessions next week. Before we get started, I'd like to point out a few important features on your screen. To ask a question, you will use your GoToWebinar pane. Near the bottom of this pane is an area that says Questions. If you click on the drop-down, it'll open a window pane. This is what you're going to use to communicate with us. We'll be answering all of your questions at the end, but please feel free to drop in your questions throughout the presentation. Please also note that all audience members are muted. Finally, this webinar will be recorded and available in the Attendee Service Center for viewing 24 hours following the presentation. Now I am going to pass things over to our Director of Industry Affairs, Alvin. Take it away.
All right. Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you so much, Emma, for the quick introduction. The entire ASTA team, especially myself, are super thrilled to welcome all of you, our members in Dallas. There are a lot of new changes, updates to the programming and content at TAC, and just really excited to help provide some overview and some guidance on the revamped education. So first things first, hopefully my screen advances. All right, so if you're wondering who I am, my name is Alvin Adriano, your Director of Industry Affairs, and I work alongside the entire ASTA team to help curate, identify, and create relevant and timely content for our core membership, which is basically travel advisors. Whether it's our in-person events, our educational coursework, our VTA, or our newly exclusive member benefit mentoring program, I play a role in developing education to equip and educate advisors. But as I mentioned, it does take a team to provide you all this high-level content, and really excited to share all these new updates and changes to TAC. But before I get into the details of the educational sessions, I do want to highlight a few of our big name speakers who will be gracing our stage in Dallas. If you haven't heard, we do have a generational tennis champion and successful entrepreneur, Venus Williams, who will be sharing her insights, her insights on entrepreneurship and her journey towards being successful. It will be an enlightening session, and it's just really great to hear from her perspective on her life and her journey in business. Also joining us is Chris Niceta, the President and CEO of Hilton, making his highly anticipated return to ASTA after his memorable session in 2019. But that's not it. We also are thrilled to announce Christine Duffy, the President of Carnival Cruise Line, who will engage in a one-on-one conversation with our esteemed board chair, Jackie Friedman. Now, if you weren't excited, well, you definitely should be now. We're bringing together such an all-star cast to all of our ASTA members in Dallas. But there's also more. We also have Chris Voss, the best-selling author and former lead negotiator for the FBI, who will share his invaluable strategies and insights on a master session at our education event in Dallas. Incredible, right? Well, I can say, and believe me, the lineup of speakers is just the tip of the iceberg. So we'll get more into the details. And first, I'd like to start off with everyone to know that this is a reimagined conference. It was an opportunity for us to recognize and provide education geared towards entrepreneurship. Our main goal or aim is to really equip attendees with timely and relevant educational content that helps them understand the why and the how when working on their businesses. There's no shortages and mistakes that we can make, but we can all learn from our own. We can all learn towards our own successes. But we have to understand what's important and to provide foundational building blocks for advisors to learn essential business skills important to their own businesses. But we do have a diverse array of members, from the new to the experienced, to the frontline, to the executive. So we wanted to make sure that we bring more variety to our programming and enable everyone to walk away with ideas and new strategies for success. I mean, one thing that I can tell you is that we've been working closely with all of our speakers to enhance the engagement in every session. We've encouraged them to incorporate more workshops, case studies, and interactive sessions that make it easier for you to absorb and consume the information. Now, as you can see from the side, we've expanded the number of sessions to 20 and streamlined them to be more rapid fire and concise. Each session will be 45 minutes, but it allows attendees to acquire numerous ideas and skills at your time at the conference. Later in the presentation, I'll go more into detail about the time blocks, but for now, I'd like to shift our attention to the track system. This is a new thing that we hope can provide recommendations for our attendees when selecting which sessions to register and attend. You'll notice that we've divided them up into 3 sessions, 3 distinct tracks: cultivate, accelerate, and innovate. Now, I'll touch on the details on these 3 tracks later on the next slides, but it's important to note that these tracks serve as guiding frameworks or recommendations to our attendees, and our attendees are encouraged to attend any sessions that they do find valuable to their own business goals and objectives. Now, I mentioned it, I do have to share one disclaimer, which is very important, especially for those attendees who are looking to earn their VTA accreditation at TAC. So, exciting news for you. For the very first time ever, we're giving you the chance to earn your VTA accreditation right here at TAC. Interested advisors will basically need to sign up for both VTA preparatory sessions, which will be held on Thursday, May 30th, and then the VTA testing on Friday, the morning of May 31st. So this is a lot to take in, but in the later slides, it'll give you a clearer picture on the VTA FastTrack option. Now, with pre-registrations, which opens up next Wednesday, keep an eye out for the VTA FastTrack option. So you'll need to register for it separately. And since this is your chance to earn accreditation right at the conference, there will be an additional fee for the VTA FastTrack. But here's the great part. It's only $199, and you can earn your VTA accreditation on site. So an incredible opportunity for all of our advisors out there, regardless of your experience level. It's really a chance to reaffirm your dedication to professionalism and really showcase your credibility to your clients. So if you haven't earned your VTA, don't miss out on this fantastic opportunity. All right, so that was a lot. That was a little bit more of a wordy slide, but here's a real sneak peek of a few of our speakers and topics. Some of our highlighted sessions will be, of course, Chris Voss, the masterclass on negotiation. Candice Bertotti, she's an adjunct lecturer at Harvard Business School, and she'll unveil strategies to articulate your value, project a powerful image overflowing with value, and just really helping you open the eyes of your clients. Another person we have is Tim Johnson, director of the Small Business Development Center, and this is the operational arm of the SBA, and he'll basically equip you with his strategies and timelines to streamline your operations, devise a solid business plan, and then doing all this using an array of free resources and tools. Now, keep in mind, as we'll later discuss, the educational sessions are divided up into time blocks. There will be 3 time blocks for each session, and this year we're offering an early bird session, which Tim will be leading. So again, I'll touch more on this later. But not to mention, we've also had some fantastic subject matter experts in really a wide array of topics such as finance, accounting, AI, building your brand, and just so much more. So we've really packed it in at TAC, all right? So I mentioned it being packed. Well, it is. And for everyone who might be overwhelmed, well, we created this track system to help provide attendees recommendations of which sessions to attend. I mentioned them earlier. These tracks are Cultivate, Accelerate, and Innovate. The Cultivate, these sessions focus on those new to the industry or those just really starting out in their businesses. Consider these courses as the foundational building blocks for kickstarting your entrepreneurial journey. Now, we also have the Accelerate, which are sessions geared towards advisors with a few years of experience under their belts, who may be encountering challenges, whether it's operational hurdles or just some issues scaling. Our goal here is to really ramp up productivity, fine-tune your operations, and really hone and refine your skills. Last, but certainly not least, we do have our Innovate series. This is one for our leaders and managers who are on the lookout for the latest innovations, insights from industry leaders, and just opportunities to really broaden their perspectives on business and industry at large. Think of it as a think tank or a catalyst for generating ideas to tackle future challenges head on. Now, from the chart, you can see we have a ton of great content and sessions covering a really diverse array of topics. Now, while we categorize these courses into 3 distinct categories, I do urge each of you to really take some time to read into the session descriptions and take a look in the ones that pique your interest. Ultimately, these tracks serve as recommendations, but it's really crucial for you to conduct your own research and decide for yourselves which sessions really align best with your goals and your priorities. After all, your time is very valuable and you deserve to get the most out of your conference. So take charge, tell your experience, and make sure that you read up on each of our sessions. Oh, in case you do want to view this chart or read up on educational sessions, you can definitely look at the TAC agenda online, or you can visit this one. It's www.traveladvisorconference.org /2024/educationtracks.cfm. I don't know what CFM means, but maybe it means clearly for me. I don't know, but that's the web address. So check it out, read up on these amazing sessions. You're gonna get a lot, and hopefully you have more ammo to figure out which ones are best for you. To give you more of a visual representation of the conference, here's a quick resource to help you visualize how you'll spend your time at TAC. As you can see, we have a lot of opportunities to network, opportunities to meet with suppliers, and of course, opportunities to learn. So over the course of the next the course of the 3 days, you'll find yourself immersed in a variety of events and breakout sessions, whether it's connecting with your local and regional chapters during chapter connections, getting insights on upcoming destinations and travel partners at our lunch and learns, or even diving into our educational sessions. There's really something for everyone. But right now we'll focus on the educational sessions, which will be held on Thursday and Friday, the 30th and 31st. As I mentioned earlier, these are organized in educational sessions into 3 blocks. First off, our early birds, we've got sessions starting bright and early at 7:45 and wrapping up at 8:30. Then we've got 2 afternoon time blocks to look forward to. Just please note that on the 31st Friday, our education sessions kick off a bit earlier at 2 p.m. and 3:15 p.m. But to keep yourself on track, I do recommend downloading the ASTA mobile app. It's really your go-to resource for accessing the agenda, the session details, and your personalized schedule. And it's all at your fingertips. So make sure that you download that before you head to the conference. Now, a real quick heads up, and I know I mentioned this earlier with Chris Voss's masterclass, but his masterclass will be kicking off at 2:30 p.m. instead of the usual 2:45 p.m. like the other sessions in this time block. Now, don't worry, I know we've been really good at sending out event communications leading up to the conference, but it'll also be mentioned in emails and during the general session. But just as a friendly reminder, when you are pre-registering for the sessions, keep the timing in mind. And we just don't want you to miss out on anything as you're planning out or scheduling your conference. We've got another exciting addition to this year. We've listened to your feedback and just super thrilled to announce that we've introduced duplicate courses to cater to your needs, right? So this year we have 10 sessions available at different time blocks. And you'll have the flexibility to attend the sessions that are most interesting to you, and ensuring that no one really misses out on valuable content due to schedule conflicts. So it's really all about making sure that you get the most out of your TAC experience. And then lastly, let's talk about the VTA FastTrack option. If you are aiming to earn your VTA accreditation at TAC, here's what you will need to know. You'll have to sign up for the 2 preparatory sessions before you can take the VTA testing on Friday. So make sure that you understand that you won't be able to attend the same sessions held at the same time block. You'll have to choose, but again, attending both, you must attend both preparatory courses to sit for the VTA testing on Friday. Now, once you've registered, you'll receive the course materials to read the course before the event kicks off, and the 2 preparatory sessions at TAC will serve as refreshers, hitting on the main points of each course. And of course, we'll have, who better than to lead us than our own very experts, our own Senior Vice President General Counsel, Peter Labasso, and our Corporate Counsel, Haley Anhalt. So they'll guide you through everything that you need to know to feel prepared for the testing. All right. That was really quick, but I really hope that running through this brief overview has provided you with some clarity and some insight on how to prepare and really choose the sessions that resonate most with you. Now, if you haven't already realized, let me tell you, we've got an absolutely incredible lineup in store, and I have no doubt each of you will walk away with a good sense of knowledge. And again, I'm just super excited to welcome all of you in Dallas. Oh, and before I forget, mark your calendars again. Pre-registration, not only for the educational sessions, but for the events will open up next Wednesday. So with that, I'll hand it over to Emma, who can walk you through the process of pre-registering. Emma?
Perfect. Thanks, Alvin. Yeah, now that Alvin's given you guys a breakdown of our education, I am going to run through how to actually add those sessions to your profile next week. Alvin, you can go ahead and advance, please. So next week on April 10th, we'll be opening sign up for not only our education sessions, but also our lunch and learns, and then some of our networking events. So the YPS meetup, the Independent Advisor Happy Hour, and then the Virgin Voyages Scarlet Night, which will be hosted on the final night of the conference. Okay? So to access your registration, sign up for education sessions, you're going to visit our event website. It's traveladvisorconference.org. You'll see that registration button at the top of the website. Then in that dropdown, you will see an area that says Attendee Service Center. Once you log into that service center, you are going to use your ASTA.org membership login detail to access that service center. Okay? Once you are logged in, you'll hit the Attendee Service Center homepage. You'll see that section there that says Registration Updates. You'll go ahead and click here. Okay? And then once you are in the registration update tab, you'll see there's a couple different options here. So you can pull your confirmation email, you can save that, and then you can also hit edit, which will take you through the registration update process to add those sessions. Okay? Okay, so this is essentially going to take you through the registration process again. So you're going to hit that first page. It's going to be all of your demographic information. You're going to want to double check all of that, make sure your company is up to date, your name is spelled correctly, everything that you want on your badge will be there as well. And then you are going to continue on to the next page, which is where the education sessions and our networking event sign up will be. It's not there yet, but it'll be there next week when we open sessions. Okay? Okay, so this is the most important page. You want to make sure that you go all the way to the payment page again. If you do not hit complete registration, your sessions will not save to your profile. So this is the most important page. You're going to agree to those terms and conditions again, check all three of those boxes, and then hit complete registration. Okay? Okay, so that is it. It's a really simple process, guys. And then just to recap again that our sessions will open next Wednesday, April 10th at 12 o'clock Eastern. Badges must be worn for entry to all events, but those networking events and the sessions that I had highlighted in the beginning are the only ones that you need to sign up for in advance. So sign up is not required for our main events, the general session, trade show, our welcome reception hosted by Carnival, and our Southwest party. We have a lot going on this year. We're so excited to share with you. And I think that about wraps it up. I think we will go to questions now, Alvin.
Awesome.
Okay, perfect. Yes, so we do have one question here on VTA. We did have a member ask, she had started her VTA process, or she signed up for it, but she hasn't started it yet, and she wants to know if she can transition over to the FastTrack on site instead.
Sure. Yeah, if you just reach out to us and we can just confirm your VTA accreditation or your registration, and then we can move it over for the VTA FastTrack option.
Okay, perfect. Okay, I think that is about it for questions. We must have hit some really good points.
Awesome. Well, exciting. And again, can't wait to see everyone in Dallas. We've got a star-studded lineup and roster, and just really excited for you guys to see our reimagined travel advisor conference. So
Oh,
I don't
Alvin,
know.
I'm so sorry. Now some questions are coming through. Can we go back and answer some of those?
Oh, sure, sure.
Okay, awesome. So another question, what happens if you do not pass the VTA test?
Well, in case you need to refresh your, refresh yourself and don't pass the first time, don't worry, we'll have a virtual testing option for you, and that will be taken online. So more information will come to that, but we do have options for those who don't pass on site.
Okay. And then can you just remind our members again what the total cost for the FastTrack VTA sign up is?
For attendees who are registered for TAC to avail of the VTA FastTrack option, when it comes to pre-registration, there'll be a line item, and the cost will be $199 instead of the normal $399. So a bit of a discount for supporting our events, but again, a way for you to earn your accreditation on site at TAC.
Okay. And then can you mix your track classes? So could I move from a Cultivate class to an Accelerate class if I choose?
Of course. The track system, again, the way we divided it was just recommendations based on experience level and the targeted topics that they're assigned to speak on. But we encourage every advisor attendee to read through the session description and just really choose the session that really resonates and is aligned with their own business goals and priorities. Again, if you feel like you need to jump around and from different tracks, that's perfectly okay. Do what's best for you and your business.
Fantastic. And then, Alvin, do you mind pulling up the slide one more time of the events that need to be registered for in advance?
Sure. Let me see. Go back a little bit. And Emma, I believe we are sharing this recording with all of our advisors, right?
Correct, yes. So just a reminder to everyone on the call, we will have this recording available in the Attendee Service Center tomorrow. So you'll be able to see that once you log in. It'll be right there above the registration updates for you. Okay, everyone, thank you so much. That concludes today's presentation. If you guys have any questions on this event, please feel free to reach out to us. You can send us an email at meetings@asta.org. And I hope you guys all have a great day.
Thank you, everyone. See you in Dallas. Bye.